What a beautiful day to discuss about one of the most beloved novels written by my favorite author, Jane Austen. Jane Austen wrote several books like Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, Emma, Persuasion. But today it is the time of Emma. I will discuss about this book as well as the main characters involved in this book. Emma is one of the most beloved books that's kind of personal to Jane Austen. It was published in 1815. It is a sparkling comedy of manners centered on a confident, meddlesome young woman who learns humility and self awareness through her mistakes. The word mistake, yes, she committed several mistakes. Now, let's talk about the main characters involved in this book. Emma Woodhouse. Emma Woodhouse, the young, intelligent, privileged, headstrong lady. Young, intelligent, privileged, and headstrong in one sentence. She's from a well meaning family, means from a rich family, educated family, well to do family. But a Molly Cody means a spoiled brat. She was a spoiled brat. She became overconfident in her judgment and enjoys prime in others' lives. Talking about putting her nose in other people's business. Later, she met Mr. George Knightley. That's the second character involved in this book. Mr. George Knightley was a close neighbor to Emma Woodhouse. They got used to each other. They became friends. Mr. Knightley criticizes Emma Woodhouse always. Emma Woodhouse disliked Mr. Knightley for days, and she became distant from Mr. Knightley. But what Mr. Knightley did was out of genuine care. Mr. Knightley used one hand to criticize Emma Woodhouse, but the second hand to call her back to say, I love you. But Emma misinterpreted what Mr. Knightley did. But later, after a series of mistakes committed by Emma, she learns to bring her pride down and learns to be humble, and later agreed to the proposal of Mr. Knightley. So she eventually got married to Mr. Knightley. Next, R.H. Smith. R.H. Smith. Well, she's a sweet lady, young lady. She's the main object of Emma matchmaking experiment. Yes, Emma loves to matchmake young ladies in a neighborhood to say, hey, R.H. Smith, you will marry Mr. Elton, for example. And R.H. Smith dislikes Mr. Elton, but she tried to force both of them to love each other, but the experiment failed. She did that to other ladies in the neighborhood. Yes, so it was a costly mistake made by Emma Woodhouse. Let's see about all the characters involved in this book. Apart from R.H. Smith, let's talk about the vicar. The vicar loved Emma Woodhouse, but later Emma Woodhouse discovered that the vicar loved her, whereas Emma Woodhouse tries to force the vicar to fall in love with a friend, R.H. Smith. Later, it was a painful scenario for the vicar when the vicar proposes to Emma Woodhouse. And Emma Woodhouse was shocked, saying, you are the subject of my experiment, and now you don't like the person I'm trying to match make you wait, and you uh, now you're telling me that you love me. That's kind of ironic and funny. Next, Jane Fairfax, the elegant, talented, and reserved orphan, equally accomplished but constrained by poverty and dependence, was another subject of the matchmaking of Emma Woodhouse. Next, Mr. Woodhouse, Emma's gentle dad. I was hypochondriac father of unstable behavior, someone that's uh, a fear of uncertain illness, someone hypochondriac behavior. You can't say what a person is going to do in the next minute, just being afraid of uncertain scenario or situation in life. So let's discuss about the story plot. It's a long novel. Now, beginning from what Emma Woodhouse stated, clever, a rich young woman of 21, lives comfortably, but her dad was anxious. Like you said, hypochondriac dad. They lived at Hartfield in Highbury. After some time, Emma, mistress, Miss Taylor, marries Mr. Weston. Emma feels bored and takes on R.H. Smith as a subject of matchmaking experiment. Emma decides to play the matchmaker, wrongly believing she can arrange perfect marriages for others. And that's a very difficult line to be. She discourages Harriet from marrying the worthy former Robert. So that was the boyfriend of Harriet before, but Emma decided and say, no, you don't have to marry Robert. Now you have to marry Mr. Hilton, the vicar. So the vicar proposes to Emma, and Emma refused. Whereas Emma wanted the vicar to marry Harriet Smith. Later, she realizes her mistakes and feels genuine remorse and discovers a true feeling for a longtime friend and critic, Mr. George Knightley. After misunderstandings occurred, including Frank and Jane's secret engagement, that's talking about Frank Churchill and Jane Fairfax. Uh, Later, Harriet Smith and Robert Martin got married, and Emma felt bad about the whole matchmaking experiment that she got involved into at first. Well, let me discuss about the main lessons derived from this book. Well, in life, sometimes you think you have everything going in your way, saying you are from a beautiful family, from a rich family, a well to do family, and you have people close to you, like you have your own mistress, your life is perfect, and you decide to meddle into people's business. I think that's not the best thing to do, because in the subject of love, the matters of the art, it's a very complicated line to toil in, and most people find themselves in the wrong foot after involving in this, like what Emma Woodhouse did. Well, very complicated line, but something I love about Mr. Knightley. Mr. Knightley discovered this, and he said, well, this is the kind of lady I want. Love is so complicated. To matchmake others, uh, it's not a good thing to do. And you have a lovely day, and bye for now.